live.
America. Welcome to Sports in Layman's terms. I'm your guy, Willie Soso, and to my left we have
A work in progress. If you ain't working on yourself, what the fuck are you doing?
So eloquent.
I'm just saying, though. Everybody got to be working in progress on this planet.
Right on.
You're never perfect.
Well, America, y'all know how we do around this time. Come to y'all with no coach speak, no media spin, just a bunch of guys at the bar talking sports, just like you.
Yeah, I'm drinkless right about now. What the hell am I drinking?
We'll get you together. Don't worry about it. But we're coming live from our favorite water hole, Snookers in Livonia, Michigan. And let's get right to it. All right. So, if you tuned in last week, I told you how I really didn't care about week one of the college football season because everybody plays a bunch of cream puffs. And that's pretty much what happens.
Not true.
However, I think some of those cream puffs took exception with me calling them cream puffs. We had two upsets. Number 17, TCU, upset by unranked Colorado and Coach Prime.
Yeah, 3 upsets.
Well, no, but unranked.
Oh, okay.
Unranked. Not to be outdone, the Duke Blue Devils, unranked, went and took a baseball bat to the dome of the Clemson Tigers, man. Whew, upset city. Now I love it. I love a good upset. I mean, and like you were talking about, there was another upset.
Yeah.
Number 8, FSU beat number 5, LSU.
Right.
But I like these unranked guys that are making their presence felt.
I don't excuse me, but I don't the Colorado team, you didn't know what to expect with them. I don't know if they should have been ranked or not, though. Are they truly an unranked team after all the people that got there?
They were at the time. They weren't. They ranked now.
Right, but they weren't ranked. But are they truly really an unranked team?
So,
the talent they had.
So here's the thing about the talent that they had. Colorado has a total of 60 players via the transfer portal.
Correct. Deion
Sanders completely gutted and revamped that team.
They got 90 new players from last year that didn't be on the team last year. 90 new players.
Yeah, and he literally revamped and gutted and revamped the entire team. But as I look around, like, even though there was another upset this week, Baylor lost to, I think it was Texas State.
Yep, they showed it.
And they were favored by like 27-something points.
That's Texas State first win over ranked team,
a Power 5
Power
team.
5 team, yeah, first win on a Power 5 team.
I can't help but wonder if with the advent of NIL and the transfer portal, is the playing field starting to get a little leveled? A little bit?
Well, I don't think the NIL got nothing to do with it. The transfer portal is big. That's like
maybe the transfer portal more than NIL, but you get my point.
Right. You can, like Deion Sanders did in Colorado, you can revamp your team every year. You never have to have the same people no more.
Yeah.
And with them allowing them to come in right away and play.
Right. And everybody's doing it.
Right.
Now, the reason I'm wondering, because it's been a trend, and I only went back 2 years. Transfer portal, as we know it, started in 2018. Then we know that we had the pandemic.
Right.
But since 2021, once it really got up and rolling, right, there have been 8 on week 1. There have been 8 unranked teams to beat ranked teams. 8 in 3 years. 2021, 2022, now 2023. I think that this transfer portal is starting to change the landscape of the talent pool.
I'm gonna say it is, but I don't think that's the reason why them teams lost. I think the transfer portal is the reason why TCU lost because, like I said, they bring in a lot of talent. Duke and Clemson, last couple of years, Clemson offense has been sucky, whippy, whatever you want to call it. So they couldn't produce nothing. You couldn't expect them to go. Their offense been sucked, man.
I'll put it to you this way. Dabo Swinney, the head coach at Clemson, guess what he doesn't do? He does not go into the transfer portal like that.
I mean, it don't matter, but his offensive talent has diminished ever since what's my man with Jacksonville?
Shit.
Trevor
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence left that offensive talent.
He wasn't at Clemson.
Who was he at?
No, that's Joe Burrow. You're right.
Trevor Lawrence
you're
right. Clemson.
Yeah.
Ever since he left, the offensive talent on Clemson has been dwindling.
Now, listen, I'm not saying that that's the main reason. I'm just saying it might explain the uptick in these upsets. The talent pool, things are getting a little closer than what they were, and I'm almost certain that's the reason why.
I still think the power teams that still have the talent.
Sure,
people still gonna go there.
Sure,
it ain't gonna balance out.
Sure,
I don't think they're gonna balance out.
But what? Not totally, but more so than what it's ever been.
But did you
because
TCU
the number 2 quarterback that has to sit behind whoever the number 1 quarterback
could go somewhere
is at Alabama or TCU or Tennessee or wherever, Wisconsin.
They go somewhere else now.
He could go somewhere else, and that somewhere else might be Texas State. That somewhere else might be I don't know why I always want to pick on Tulane, but it might be Tulane.
I doubt it, but okay. If you at Alabama,
it's happening.
If you at Alabama sitting by a second, you ain't going to Tulane or Texas State.
It's happening.
It's not. You're going to go to like Nebraska, Oklahoma, something like that, like Jalen Hurts did. You're not going to Texas State.
That's not always the case. It's not. And I'm just using that as an example. And plus, we're not just talking about just say quarterbacks or running backs or wide receivers or the skill positions. We're talking about the defensive linemen and the offensive linemen. And those are the people that actually change the game.
Dude, I'm talking about all those. I'm talking about all positions. If you have one of them super power 5 teams, you're not going to transfer to a lower power team. You're not going to do that. You're going to transfer to another. You're going to transfer to another power 5 team that we're going to use you.
It is happening.
It's not happening, man.
I'm just saying. I think that might be playing a part in what's going on nowadays. Let's just keep in tune to the rest of the season. See how it goes.
We'll have to see how the offseason goes. It's coming because see who will transfer out from where they at.
Yeah. I mean, because this is the thing.
Some unhappy bad shit behind some guy. And
it's been happening every year since they did it. But what else did you take away from week 1? For me, it was all about Coach Prime. I'm not gonna lie. I loved what he did. But Coach Prime, let me talk to you. I know you want to beat your chest a little bit, and I'm rocking with you, dog. You got a long season ahead of you, my guy.
I don't think he's that type of guy.
He's not.
I think he got to keep his kids to that level.
That's cool.
It's one game, my man. Let's do it.
The minute y'all slip up, he's
gonna be on their ass.
Gonna be on his head.
It don't matter.
They were already on his head because I truly feel that there are entities that really wanted him to fail because they don't like the way that he moved. But
you all got haters out there.
Sure.
In the great words of Cat Williams, you got 100 haters today.
You gotta have
200 haters by the end of next week. Otherwise, you ain't doing something right.
That's fair. But don't set yourself up to get him ammunition. That's all I'm saying. I ain't mad. You can up your boys. You can big up your team, but don't put no extra targets on their back. Cause see, you, Coach Prime, you are the GOAT as far as cornerbacks go.
Yep.
You're a legend. You're an icon. These kids that you coaching, they may not be prepared for what you're trying to do for them.
I'll tell you this.
Just let them play.
He ain't brag about the win. He didn't back out about that. Said we was not supposed to win. He did none of that. He kept a level head to me, and he just told her how it was. And he got to keep his kids level head. And they're going to go as far as the other Sanders Jr. going to take them.
This is my thing. They just getting into this. I mean, you can have the confidence.
You look at this wrong though. You look at it as these guys are fucking never. These are fucking people who already played in the fucking college for.
I'm not worried.
They played before.
I know that they have played before. I get that. They're all from the transfer portal. I get it. But I'm almost certain that they have not had this bullseye on their back the way Deion is putting it on their back now.
Look here.
And I ain't tripping about it. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Just be advised.
Look at Deion Sanders like this.
You don't put them in a position where these types of things come back to haunt them.
No, pressure bust pipes. They can't handle fucking pressure. Fuck it. They can transfer next year.
Well, and that's probably what's going to happen. But next year don't come until next year. So now, you think be easy a little bit.
You think Alabama, LSU, and all them like, we ain't gonna talk no shit because we winning.
They don't talk shit like Deion is talking shit. They don't. They actually have a media cycle and a media machine to talk their shit for them. You don't see Saban out there doing it like that. You don't
because he don't have that type of media cycle. He got to do it himself.
I get it, but all I'm saying,
if you don't hype yourself up,
hype them up. Hype them up. Hype them up.
If you don't hype your team up and continue to win, they ain't gonna even look at your ass for the fucking playoffs. You gotta stay in their face. Look, out of sight, out of mind.
If you simply do what you need to do, that'll take care of itself.
I don't think so.
It will.
Because they very well. They never do
up until next year, the Pac-12 is still the Pac-12, and there's still Oregon, and there's still USC, there's still Washington, so there's still Stanford. They have to play a schedule. All I'm saying is this: hype your team up, coach. Hype them up. Get them geek. Keep them on that edge. I have no problem with that.
They are going to be fine.
But when you sit there and you personally wage war with the media, every single thing that you do is going to go under a microscope. It's already going to go under a microscope. And now
what's the name of Coach Colorado? What's his name?
Sanders.
Deion Sanders. He ain't been on the microscope his whole life?
Surely he has.
Okay.
His kids haven't.
He teaching them how to be.
He throwing them to the fire. And listen, I hope that he keep them on that edge and they just keep winning. That's all I hope. All right. Let's move on. The NFL season starts tomorrow. I'm so geek. You geek? You ready?
Yeah. I'll be geek tomorrow.
Hater.
I don't get geeked on anything. Ask my wife. She say.
But
I'm ready. I'm ready for the start.
All right. I'm
tired of these preseason bullshit.
Right. I agree. So with regard to that, let's do a little housekeeping. Last week, I made reference to the fact that Nick Bosa and Chris Jones currently at that particular time didn't have their contract extension.
Let me pop my collar for this one.
So
let's go back to the 90s.
Here we are, day before the season starts. Chris Jones still doesn't have his contract done.
Knew that wasn't gonna happen.
And he's probably not going to play. I think this man is going to sit out for an extensive number of games. I really do.
I think about 5.
Okay, you figure. So you don't think it'll be a whole season? You think it'll be 5?
I think it'll be about 5, 6 games.
All right.
I think that once they realize he's not, their team can be function without him on the defensive end. The disruptor's not there to cause all the function of the other offense. They're like, we need this guy if we want to do something.
Okay. So maybe that's what they needed. That's what he's.
This loss to the Lions is going to straighten their ass out.
All right. Nah. Nick Bosa, on the other hand, as of about 5 o'clock today?
Yep.
Somewhere around about that. Did sign his contract. 5 years, $170 million.
Highest paid defensive player of all time.
Mm-hmm. And it's only going to get worse.
So what I say about Well, Aaron Donald come for contract. God damn.
Well, I think Aaron Donald's going to retire after this year. But whoever's next. Oh, the price of milk just went up.
Shit.
Trust me.
I know Chris Jones sitting at home looking at like, God damn it, he got 170. Oh, you know what I want.
That's next.
Know what I want.
He's next. Yeah. Now, mind you, we're not going to beat this dead horse any further. But, yep. Meanwhile, running back still can't get paid. Then there's this. Now, you and franchise both said that Nick Bosa would sign before the season started.
Yep.
And he did, albeit a day before. Do you think that he's going to play game one?
It's going to be kind of tight. He
got till Sunday.
You ain't, man. I know they probably running the same defense that they ran all last year and the year before. He's been a part of that defense. He knows how to run under, but his conditioning.
I'm with you.
If he play, he ain't gonna play long. Shit. He might get I believe they're gonna manage his time. They're not gonna let him play like he usually play. Couple of downs and put him in, take him out, it's like that. Not because he play every down. He's every down player. He won't be this Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think he's going to play.
He might not, because if he do play, he'd be sucking wind.
I don't think he's going to play. I think they're going to have to get him up to speed. And when I think about who do they play? Don't they play what? Who, the Rams?
Yeah, some suckers.
I think they're looking at like, yeah, we can afford to let them sit this one out. Let's get him up to speed, and then he'll be back for next Sunday.
Right.
But back to the Kansas City Chiefs as they play my Detroit Lions. Yesterday, Travis Kelce in practice hyperextended his knee. No ACL tears, structural damage, none of that. He's questionable. But there are some people, his brother, namely Jason Kelce, who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, says that he'll be fine and sort of kind of hinted to the fact that he might actually play tomorrow night. If you were Andy Reid, knowing what just happened, do you let Travis Kelce play?
No. I'm not going to jeopardize my best offensive weapon for one game. Not going to jeopardize him. Even if he says, I'm good, coach, I'm good. No, we're going to take another week for you. We don't want game, even when they lose, they're going to lose to the Lions. One game is not going to accrue and ruin their season. They're going to need this man down the line because he's
their best receiver.
Threatening receiver out there.
Yes.
Because you can't put a quarterback on him. Because cornerback
too big.
No, not that, but the cornerback got a couple of receivers. If you do run a nickel, you put a cornerback on him, he is too big for most of them. You put a strong safety on him who's about his size, but he's faster than that guy, so he's got to outrun him. You can't put a linebacker on him who's about his size. He's probably faster than that guy. Mm-hmm. Even if you double team him, it opens up something for the other thing. And if the long offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs can hold up long enough for him to get open on double team. So
you don't think they might if he winds up being cleared to play, you don't think they might try to use him as a decoy?
They might, but I wouldn't do it either because what if you go out there as a decoy, you still running, then you pull a hamstring, fuck it up some more.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
To be fair, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I agree. Devil's advocate. I agree with you. I would not risk putting them out there.
Break all tight end records ever made. Continue next year or two. I would not put him out there. I just wouldn't do it.
I'm with you. I wouldn't put him out there.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, and I had this discussion with a young gentleman earlier today. We talked about the game. Whether he play or not, if he was healthy or not, I thought the Lions gonna win anyway. It don't matter. I think the Lions gonna win because of the fact that we said last time Chris Jones ain't there to disrupt the offense.
Right. And honestly, I've come around to that way of thinking. Don't get used to it. I've come around to that way of thinking too. I'm
accept the fate, man.
Especially now that Travis Kelce is hurt, and it looks like Chris Jones definitely isn't going to be available. So, with that said, give me a score.
Whew, man. I'm hoping the Lions defense show up like the last part of the season last year. Hope the offense do a lot better, stronger than it was last year. I already know what Kansas City offense is capable of, even without Kelsey. I'm gonna go 35-21, Detroit.
14 points.
14 points.
I'm thinking it's gonna be closer than that. But yeah, the Lions will win. And I'm thinking it'll be somewhere around 35-31.
Remember last year what the Lions put up in their first game? Whew, his offense will be better.
It was 38-35.
They put up some points last year.
Yeah. And they're going to put up points this year.
They're supposed to be better this year, so we'll see.
They're going to put up points this year.
And like I always said, and Kansas City the champs, Mahomes is a motherfucking beast. But if you want to knock him off, you better knock him off early. Because once they get their groove,
got them game one.
Once you get their groove, they ain't no knocking them off at that point.
This is fair. I guess on that note, there ain't nothing else to say, but Go Lions.
I'm having root for the Lions. That shit.
Really, because you really are a hater.
I like my team.
Whatever.
I'm not a fanatic like y'all, but I really hope that Gibbs have a hell of a game. I really do. I want to see that young boy run like crazy.
So let's do this then. But before we move on to the next topic, let's do some prop bets.
Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs over under 50 yards rushing.
Oh, hell way over.
Over?
Fucking Kansas City didn't stop shit last year. Ain't stopping nobody this year. Especially with Jones out there. He's not there. Over 50.
Over 54. I'm saying under 50.
What?
But not because I don't think he's not going to get off.
Because they share the ball so much?
I think David Montgomery is going to nut up.
Yeah.
And
not about him, but
to that end, I think that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have somewhere like 30, 35 yards rushing and somewhere like 60 to 65 yards receiving.
So you think all-purpose yard, he going to hit 100?
I'll put him over.
You over 100?
I'll put him over 100.
All-purpose yard?
All purpose.
I'm going to have to go with that. I'll go with that because I think he can go over 50 with the running game.
Jared Goff over under 250 passing.
The D-backs for Kansas City are not strong. Without Chris Jones, I don't know how long how pressure they can put on.
They're going to have all day.
Man.
Because we also have an offensive line.
Can I go even?
Huh?
Can I go even?
Like he going to hit 250 on the nose.
250 on the nose. I don't think he go.
No, you can't go even. That's too easy. No, over under.
Man. That's a tough one, man. I expected to run the ball more than he passed.
I don't.
I do because
I don't. I think it's going to be a hell of a balance.
How you figure that? With Chris Jones out there, you gonna run them down their throat.
Yeah, but you still got to keep them honest. You still got to make them. You got to. You're
right, but I said they're gonna run the ball more than they pass. What I said.
Maybe I'm not saying it's gonna be a 50-50 split, but I think it's gonna be.
And without J-Mo,
I
think that's right. J-Mo ain't there.
We was without J-Mo last season. So,
man, 250 is a lot for him.
Actually, let me put it to you. It's actually not.
Okay, this team will be.
You know how many yards per game he averaged passing last season?
290.
261. So no, that's literally like right in his wheelhouse.
Nah, I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go over. I'm going over.
You gonna go over?
Yeah.
I'm going over.
Because I think they go pass. I mean, I think like I said, I don't believe in the D-backs of the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the line can hold up long enough for the other defense. The end can hold them off, and the right tackle, left tackle, and all them. They can hold him off a little bit for him getting the time. But like I said, without Chris Jones, they can handle everybody else. If Jones is there with all the stunts and shit, and it get confusing for him. But without Jones, I think they can handle him.
I think that he's going to have all day to pass, and not just because of Chris Jones not being there, but we have a stud offensive line. Yes, they're going to give him the protection, and if you give him protection, and specifically Jared Goff protection, he's one of the best at picking you apart.
We're gonna find out this year.
All right.
I always think it was Trent Dilfer, but that's me.
No.
He's a game manager. He's a game manager.
That is disrespectful. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Don't lose the game. That's all we care about.
Let's move on to baseball. Baseball is winding down. My Tigers have 24 games left.
23.
They're playing right now.
They lost.
The game is still going on.
Oh, they're going to lose. They're down 4-1. They'll fucking lose.
And 3-1. Get it right.
The guy about to score again.
Shush.
He had a single. Another guy coming in, got on third base.
Less. So, America, for those who tune in faithfully, A, thank you. B, you know that Whip and I have this bet that the Tigers won't win over 71 games. Well, since last we spoke.
Probably asked the kittens, but go ahead.
Since last we spoke,
the Cubbies.
They won 4 straight.
That's a bunch of bull.
Up until last night where they lost against the Yankees.
And who they lose against right now? The last part of their schedule is tough.
The game is not done.
Man, they ain't.
I say all of that to say this. They are now 63-75. Now, America, listen, I know. I'm done dreaming about them backdooring their way into the playoffs. It's not happening. Got that. But if you do the math, 72 minus 63 equals 9. The magic number is 9. I need them to win 9 of the last 24 games. That is a losing record. They can go 9-15, and I win the bet. Why don't you just give me my money right now?
Because they're gonna go 17-6. And you're gonna lose.
17-6 will be a winning record.
They still won't get their 72.
They only need to win 9 games.
They're gonna lose 17 games.
So you're saying they're gonna go 6-17 over the next 24 games?
Yep. Starting tonight.
They've literally been playing above 500 ball since the All-Star break. Just so that you know.
They show against the Yankees. Neither series.
They don't have to play the Yankees for 24 games. So
they do play 2 other playoff teams, though.
Okay.
They do eat off with the White Sox. Get that one. They can probably take him out. They played him in 2 series toward the end.
So there you have it.
Whatever,
we
man.
just swept them.
You think they're going to take that shit laying down? I don't think they're going to take it lying down.
I don't think they have much of a choice. They're dumpster fire. They're worse than we are. He's going to owe me $20, America.
Yeah, okay. We're going to find out in another couple of weeks and a half. We can have 2 weeks.
But let's talk about something else that's going on that's not getting talked about. And I really don't know why, because I think it's a dope stat. Last Thursday, Ronald Acuna hit his 30th home run. That's not really a big deal. Hitting 30 home runs is good, but it's just, it's good. But what makes this 30th home run special, it made him the first person in MLB history to have 30 home runs and 60 stolen bases. When we were younger, America, do you all remember everybody talking about getting into the 40-40 club? Like Ricky Henderson or Bobby Bonilla, 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases. This man has done something that no other MLB player in the 100-plus year history of the game, he's done something nobody else has ever done. And it's sort of kind of just like a blurb and it was a byline somewhere and nobody's talking about it.
Because it's meaningless.
It's not meaningless.
Meaningless.
But
is his name Ohante?
No, he's hurt.
Let me say that's the name though.
No.
They know me when nobody else does shit. No matter.
See, but that is the problem. I do not understand why the MLB has such a problem marketing their sport. They got the most money. They got probably the most networks.
They don't need to market their sport when they got jackasses like you watching all the time. You're never gonna stop watching. Like the Detroit Lions, they never got to win a fucking Super Bowl because people like you pay for them tickets all the time.
But you know what's better than having money?
What?
Having more money.
They go get their money.
They could get more of it. I don't.
You misunderstand.
The fact that
they're
they
already billionaires. Who the fuck about getting more?
Well, how many of them are Jeff Bezos?
Jeff Bezos? Don't matter. They'll never get there. Never get there.
So you know how you damn sure don't get there? By staying complacent.
They don't care as long as they get their money. They don't care about getting more money. They have enough
do.
money.
Name me one rich man or a woman that doesn't care about
this whole conversation we having now. I saw it on between Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. I'm Shannon Sharp, of course. And
loud and wrong. But go ahead.
Oh wow, that's Stephen A. ass right there. But they were talking about the Dallas Cowboys, right? They were talking about Jerry Jones. He bought the team for like $150 million.
Yeah,
it's worth $9 billion now, right?
Yes.
They're talking about Dak Prescott. Like, well, you know, we gonna get rid of Dak Prescott. This, and the comment was made with this. He's already making money. He don't give a fuck about a championship. If he win one, he win. If he don't, he don't. So my point is, they making money. They don't give a fuck about marketing.
Now hold on, whoa. Because a championship is one thing.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily disagree because I live and root for a team that for the past 60 years been making money hand over fist. I ain't gave a fuck about a championship. But making more money,
they'll make
Jerry Jones would smack you to death.
You wouldn't.
If you talked about him saying he doesn't care about making more money. There's not a billionaire on the planet that would utter such a thing.
He gonna make his money.
More
He don't care about more. He's gonna make his money.
More money. And in doing so, MLB needs to do a better job of marketing their sport.
So
if for nothing else, to make more
marketing
money.
The guy, what's his name again? Akushi? Akasi, what's his name again?
You're talking about Shohei Ohtani.
Not him. The guy who's 60.
Ronald Acuna
Jr. You think them marketing him gonna make them more money? They ain't gonna market this shit. What team he on again? The
Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves. They don't. But the Atlanta Braves market probably fucking flooding anyway. They make all the money they can get their money on. They've been a good team for years.
And the only thing, now I know you don't know nothing about baseball. The only thing good for money is more money.
I say, you think marketing him gonna make them more money? No, it won't.
Not just him, all of them. Whether it be him, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper,
become a
Shohei Ohtani, whomever.
Mike Trout become a bum. Don't say his name again. But Ohtani is the man right now. That's the one they marketing. That's the one they pushing.
And they should. And they should push him harder. And they should push more of them.
Can't push a hurt motherfucker.
They still pushing Shohei Ohtani because, well, they should. But my point is simply this. You have history being made, and you're not even capitalizing on the market for it. Whether you watch baseball or not, clearly there are lots of people that still watch baseball. I'm one of them.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm curious. What you want them to market, though? What you want them to say? They mentioned it. It was a blurb. They said something about it. What you want them to do?
You know, you see how the NBA markets it's sport.
Different people.
You see how the NFL markets
is sport. International.
I'm sorry, Shohei Ohtani is Japanese.
I'm not talking about the players. They try to international by pushing the teams over there. Major League Baseball put no teams over there. They try to do shit like that.
Where the hell do you think they get a majority of their players from?
I talk about their players. The NBA is trying to get a team.
So if you have teams and a great majority of the players on these teams are from other countries, the shitload of them don't even speak English.
I know this.
So you have to go get them, right? That means that there is a market there for them, correct?
But they're not trying to put a Major League Baseball team over there.
They can't because they already have Major League Baseball teams.
But the NBA and the NFL are trying to put teams over there.
Do they have one?
Not yet.
Holler back at me when they get one.
How many games have been playing in London this year?
I don't know.
It's 4. God damn it. They're trying to get a team in London. They're trying to get people to love football over there.
When they get one.
You got to start somewhere. They started somewhere. Major League Baseball, they started nowhere trying to do that shit.
They're already international. They just don't market well. They're already international.
Players, they don't have a team international.
They don't need one. They get the players from the international field.
It ain't about getting the players. It's about getting the other countries.
So not only do you know nothing about sports, you don't even know about marketing.
Oh my God!
Let's just move on.
It's about getting the other countries to love the sports so they can get people over there.
They already love the sport because
it's from Japan to become international, correct? They're not marketing it. They don't care about that.
Exercise in futility, America.
Oh
We're
God.
just going to move on.
Yeah, you don't grab the big. You don't see the big picture.
National sports. America, I got to come and talk to y'all about something real quick. Last week, I made the comment that it was useless for the USA to have a team in the FIBA World Cup for basketball. And the reason I said it was because, well, they're just head and shoulders above the rest of the teams in the world. And no sooner than I say it, these jackasses go out and lose 110 to 104 to Lithuania. So I have to eat a little crow. I stand corrected. But my question is the rest of the world catching up to the NBA? They're never going to actually catch them, but are they catching up? Have they closed the gap?
The gap been closed because a lot of NBA players are and that international players, like you were saying. The Germany team is pretty much all NBA players too. So the rest of the world is catching up because they play in here anyway. So
I still don't think that they're catching up like that. But I do have to acknowledge that the standouts, your Luka Doncic, Kristaps Porzingis, Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic, fucking Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Look at the Wagner brothers.
Man, why the hell you keep talking about these boys like they're something special? Ain't shit special about Mo Wagner or his brother.
They're in NBA.
Nothing.
NBA.
Nothing. Okay, and so is JaVale McGee. That don't mean shit.
Wow, you go on him like that?
It was just the first name that came to mind.
Thanks, Shaq.
It was the first name that came to mind. I couldn't help it. These standouts, these stars, I think that is sort of kind of what the difference is. These stars are now, from other countries, are now on par with.
Because the American stars
here.
Well, I can say the American stars. The American stars are playing for FIBA. Our stars are not as talented as like a fuck that boy name. Dallas.
Who, Dirk?
Dirk, not Dirk. The boy right now in Dallas.
Doncic?
Doncic, they ain't talented as him. They're not as talented as Nikola, I think he's fucking Russian names, right? Anyway,
Nikola Jokic. Just call him Joker, man.
The Joker. So they're better basketball players than who we have on the U.S. team right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. The stars from overseas, the elite, they're on par with the stars here, and I think that's what's making the difference.
But our FIBA basketball team consists of our two superstars. There's no fucking LeBron there. There's no motherfucking Anthony Davis. There's no motherfucking Jimmy Butler. None of our superstars that really play are playing for the team. We got the next best thing. We got Ant-Man.
Budding superstar.
Yeah, he coming up. We got
Jaylen Brown. Budding superstar. Yes.
He's there. But
isn't Jason Tatum over there? Isn't he playing with him?
I don't know if Tatum. I think Tatum is playing with him. But there's not like having Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant and fucking Devin Booker and all them. Ain't like having them over there. It would be a contest if them motherfuckers was there.
All right, that's and maybe that's fair. And to be fair, I'm not even sure who all is. I mean, they've been talking about Anthony Edwards because he's been balling out.
The one of the guys who balling over there right now is Reeves. It's about Reeves right now.
Oh, Austin Reeves.
If that's your guy balling out, it ain't having like Kawhi Leonard. It ain't like having Paul George.
That's fair. That's
so
fair.
we sit our and man. To me, he's not a superstar. He's a great player.
No, he's on his way.
He
might
way,
not be there yet. Yeah, but okay, that's fair.
There's a we sit over there. Guys who on their way to be superstardom. Like Jason Tatum, he's a superstar because he's in Boston. That's the only way they got. But he ain't still ain't on the level of a Steph Curry, a Kawhi Leonard, a Paul George, a LeBron James, Anthony Davis. He ain't on that level yet.
Fair enough. I'll take that.
If we send our superstar over there, it wouldn't fucking be close.
I'll take that. I just found it curious. Well, one, I found it even curious when they first started that they were struggling and were having to find themselves coming back and having to come from behind wins. But I don't know, man. I might be wrong about this one. I think that perhaps maybe, just maybe, the International Society is catching up.
I'll say this about this.
A little bit.
That's all I'm gonna say. You can agree, disagree. Everybody on that team of FIBA for the United States, not one of them got an NBA championship.
Fair enough.
So you give our NBA champions over there who fucking won and know how to win, wouldn't be close. Wouldn't be fucking close.
Don't get used to it. You may have a point. That sounds like a very good place because anytime I gotta agree with him, that means the show's over. America, I'm sure you may have heard something ridiculous on this show tonight. Let us know about it. Reach out to us. You can find us on Twitter at Layterm Sports. You can find us on Facebook at Sports and Layman's Terms. You can find us on YouTube, Sports and Layman's Terms. Hell, you could even email us at Layman's Terms Sports. This is Sports in Layman's Terms. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good night.
They should have sent John Moran ass over there to repair his fucking net.
Yeah, he'd shoot them all.
Oh,
good night.
Wow. That's cold, dude.